Now we are together with the President of IAGTO, Mr. Peter Walton. Good afternoon, Mr. Walton. Could you please tell us about IAGTO? What is IAGTO? What is the mission of the IAGTO? What are they doing in this business in the world?
Good afternoon, it's great to be in Turkey once again. Been here many times over the last decade. IAGTO stands for the International Association of Golf Tour Operators, but we're in fact the global trade association of the golf tourism industry, with 1,700 members in 91 countries, from Vietnam to Argentina via Turkey.
How many Turkey you have the members?
We have 51 members at the moment, and we have our own international representative here in Turkey.
Right now we are 14th edition of the exhibition, golf exhibition, IAGTO, and today is the last day. What is your thoughts, what is your feedback about the exhibition? You have lots of experience about the exhibitions. What do you tell about you compare it to the last year exhibitions, for example?
Well, first of all, I apologise for taking 14 years to get IAGTO to come to Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey is honestly one of the most successful golf destinations around. And I don't just mean in Europe, but around the world. And that's a real credibility needs to be given to Turkey for its success. If you can hear me over the announcement, because that's what this event is all about. It's all about appointments, and that was the end of just the previous appointment. But as I was saying, Turkey is one of the most successful golf destinations around and should be credited for that. But what I found at the end of this show is that nearly every other destination is reporting that either their golf tourism business is stable or it's growing. So Belek, which is obviously the principal golf destination, the only one with a hub and a cluster of golf courses, it needs now to look over its shoulder slightly, because other destinations are now bouncing back and will be competing more strongly with a very successful Turkey.
The Turkey is the one of the, as you told us at the press conference, very fastest growing in the Gulf, and the number one is China. You told that, you mentioned that. Did you see any faults, any difficulties, I mean, in the location of the exhibition, I mean, the staff of the Turkish side of the organization? What can you say? What can you think about that? And if you see, if you saw it, what do you advise, what do you recommend for the future, even golf travel as well, for the Turkish colleagues?
I'm a golf tourism expert, not an exhibition expert.
Of course.
This is the only exhibition I tend to go to, but I can tell you what I have experienced here.
Yeah.
And Amfash has done a great job in putting on this event. There's nothing we're lacking here. It would be nice if the exhibition centre looked nicer from the outside, I think. I think some beautification of the area doesn't affect doing business, but just for Turkey and for Belek, I think a little bit of rejuvenation would be good for other people who might be looking to bring exhibitions here. So that would be my one piece of helpful advice that I could give the destination. But every golf destination needs an exhibition centre and meeting venues, because golf tourism is not all about golf holidays. It brings in meetings, incentives, convention. It extends the average length of a convention by 50% if they have a golf day on the end, but you must have the venues. Max Royale, a new hotel, has got a great new convention centre just opened recently, and that will bring in a total new business to Belek. But the courses are now getting, well, they are full at those 5 months of the year when, you know, it's a popular golf destination. So we either need to see new clusters of golf courses in accessible places in Turkey that are in regions that golfers will happily travel to, and they can carry on the success that Belek has brought to Turkey for this. We call it a niche market, but it's an incredibly valuable niche market, possibly the most valuable of all niche markets.
Would you like to tell something additional, or what do you say? What do you go back to UK? When do you go back?
I return to the UK one day after everybody else because I don't want to see all these people at the airport tomorrow.
Okay.
So I love Turkey, and I'm going to spend an extra day here relaxing before getting back to London.
Now you have a nice weather right now, sunny weather also tomorrow.
The sun is shining on Golf Tourism Turkey today, as it should be, and this is golf as it should be.
Thank you so much, Mr. Walton, for this short interview for our readers.
My pleasure.
Thank you.